I'm at my last hour, um, getting to Oakland, and I just wanted to make a video during the last hour, just kind of like talk and I just been having fun. Like I've just been singing, and it's so funny because my best singing really comes out when I'm driving because I just let it out, and then I kind of like build up to like almost belting, I guess. And I'm not like formally trained, so I'm like I don't know if I'm belting or not. I don't know if you can tell, like I've been using my voice a lot. But I've been having fun and I'm excited to get to my spot and I'm having it to myself. And it's just gonna be really nice. I'm gonna take the day to just kinda like chill. Enjoy the spot, enjoy the sun and have to get some like groceries later probably, but like I'm gonna just give myself some time. And yeah, like I've been feeling really excited and just kind of relieved that this is finally happening. And it's been a long time coming. It's like I had plans to come to the Bay Area back in February, but because my catalytic converter was stolen and it took me a couple months to reach a solution, um, which is so funny because I mean, looking back, I could have, excuse me, excuse me, I had some watermelon juice. I could have gotten a repair done the week or two after it happened because I received all the money that I needed to fix it. But I know after all that's happened, God had a different plan for me, and that was to stay in Los Angeles and to integrate myself more into spaces that I was supposed to be in, that I would have never put myself in if I hadn't stayed. I joined so many dance classes. I learned from so many people. I made so many new friends. And that literally would not have happened if I took the time to discover the rooms that I'm meant to be in, the spaces that I'm meant to be in, the spaces where I can dance and take up space. Even though, looking back, there was a point where I was so afraid to just dance around people. But it came to the point where I fully accepted my true expression, and I feel happy about it. And people felt that. And something that I know people who dance know this and that. When you feel it, people feel it. When you feel powerful, people feel that power. It's really undeniable. And it's so important for us to use our God given gifts to serve others, to show others how we can be free. And I know and have known and believe that dance has always been that art form that is truly free. I've always been a visual artist, I've always been a singer, but something about dancing is really different from those. Even though a lot of us are like multi hyphenated artists, we are skilled in so many different things, but there's something about dance that really encapsulate like full body movement, of course, in transmuting all of the trauma that I experienced out of my body. My body changed so much within these past 3 months of being in Los Angeles. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I can handle things better. I have so much more faith and trust in God and the universe and in my ancestors that things will be handled. I just have to devote myself to my people who I'm meant to serve, and everything else follows because what we are all here to do is to fulfill our assignments, our mission. What is it that we're called to do? Whether it's dancing, you're making art, you're singing, or all of the above, or you're a cook, you're meant to feed people. You know, we're all meant to do something, whatever it is. That's for you to figure out. God already figured it out for you, but it's up to you whether or not you're going to answer that call. And you don't even have to be ready to answer the call. You just got to do it. You just got to start. You just got to pick up the phone and start, because people need you and people need you to be in your power. Because when you're in your power, you not only heal others, but you heal yourself. You heal yourself most of all. You break down matrices. You break down systems that weren't made for people like us. You dismantle power that's abusive. You dismantle energy and demons and entities that seek to latch onto us and possess us to be greedy, to be evil. We are meant for so much more, and especially now, our creativity is our superpower. Tapping into our divine masculine and feminine energy, whether we are creating life, human life, or we're building organizations, structures, we're building cities, towns, we're building governments that are birthed from wanting our people to be free. That is our birthright. From our literal birthright. It is our birthright to know who we are, where we come from, to be housed, to be fed, to be clothed, and to be educated. It is our birthright. There is no prerequisite for any of that. There's no test, there's no guideline, there's nothing. It's innate. We are worthy of it just because we exist. And every system, any person in power that brainwashes you to believe that you need to earn that, you need to fight for that you need to sacrifice something for that, is wrong and is evil. Because no one has to earn it. It is our birthright. It is our birthright to own our time, to serve people, to serve ourselves, to be happy, to be free. It is our birthright. Birthright. It's a right that's bestowed upon us the second we are born, the second we are conceived. Even when we are still in our mother's womb, we still have a right to those. I don't even want to say, I was almost going to say privileges, but I was like, it's not even a privilege, it's a right. It's innate. Just keep being you. Keep being you. And if you're lost in who you are, that's all part of it. That's literally all part of it. We don't go through life without the fog. We don't go through life without confusion. But it's how we move with it and through it. It determines who we are and builds our capacity for more. It is the seed in which we grow to our highest potential and to our God-given capacity. Even if you are confused, what you came here to do, that's okay. You may not know right now, but you will. But you have to keep moving forward. You have to keep making steps. You have to keep discovering. How do you express yourself? What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel love? How do you love people? What keeps you going? What makes you want to wake up excited every single day? What makes you want to go to sleep and say, wow, I'm so excited for tomorrow? What makes you say, wow, I had a great day today because I got to do what I love. And now I get to sleep and rest and do it all over fucking again. All over again. Every day. Every day. You need to find those things because there can be multiple things. It doesn't have to be just one thing. This world is so infinite. There's so many infinite possibilities. And we are never stuck in one role. For the span of our lifetime, we are allowed to shapeshift into different beings. We are allowed to help different kinds of people. The world is fucking ready for you. I don't know what to say. The world is ready for you. Are you ready for you? But are you ready for you? Are you ready to be the greatest you? Because everyone else is.
Deep into the forests.
I'm in Oakland now. It has been great. We started off great. I have the story of Shiva and Shakti playing in the background. But
Shiva was surprised.
Life is so
the most rigorous penance.
Crazy. Like, I'm in this beautiful home all to myself. Like, I literally quantum leapt the fuck out of my life. What is it? Yesterday. Technically the day before yesterday, because that's when I was like, I'm gonna get this spot. But actually getting here was, for me, the leap. And my body is still recovering from it. I've been so sore and tired and just taking care of myself the best way that I can. I really spoiled myself with this spot, like really. And I also spoiled myself with groceries. Also got these new books. Oh wait, let me show you.
Bonds of illusion and doubt, he acknowledged. With admiration and love, Shiva accepted Parvati as his eternal consort.
So,
you are indeed my Shakti, returned
Five Below. Every time I go in there, I'm like, alright, I'm gonna get one thing. And one thing only. It's a lie. You will never go into Five Below and get one fucking thing. I'm sorry. It's just there's too many cute things. And I actually love Five Below's book section. I'm actually, every time I go, I try not to be there for too long, but I'll end up going through like different books, and I got 4 books. But what I actually really love about Five Below's books are, one, they're $5 each, so you could get 1-2 books. That's $10. I got 4 books. That's $20 for 4 books. And look at how pretty they look together. And it's like, for some reason, all the books that I've been getting, and this happened when I went to the library, they create this perfect ascension. And it's so satisfying. And then look at the color scheme of all of these together. Are you serious? I'm so spoiled. I love being spoiled. But anyways, you know what? Let me go by what I saw first, what I was drawn to first at the store. So, the Tao Te Ching, by Lao Tzu. And look at I love a golden, what do you call it? I don't know the name, but the gold paper, please. Look at it. Oh, stop. And then so I was really excited to see this in the store, not only because it's really beautiful and makes me happy looking at it, but I love learning through stories. I love philosophy. I love learning other cultures, bodies of philosophy. And I feel like that is the best way to make you a worldly person, is to read books from different cultures and really establish your worldview and make it full and round and filled with so many stories. And it's so coincidental that I come from a people who are polytheistic. And if you don't know what that means, that just means you study or can follow multiple religions or multiple gods. And I am someone who learns from many gods. I don't consider myself any one religion. I learn from many gods and goddesses and deities and spiritual creatures. And I think that's always been who I am. And I think that's why I rejected Catholicism from an early age, because I grew up in a Catholic family, and I always knew that God wasn't the only God. And it's so funny now because when I think of God as in like Jesus or as like the Lord, Jesus existed before the creation of Christianity, before the creation of Catholicism, which is a denomination of Christianity. And so when I was a kid, I thought I didn't believe in God, that I didn't believe in his existence. God exists. I know that. Jesus is a real person. Jesus, I believe, it's not really about belief, it's just like a fact. Like, Jesus was a real person and he existed before the creation of these religions, and it was man that created these religions because of Jesus, because of who he was. And I do follow Jesus's teachings along with the teachings of other gods. Like, I mean, Lao Tzu is not a god, but what I mean to say is, in my culture, where my family's from the Philippines, we already have our own gods and goddesses and deities who we pray to. And because of colonialism, I'm getting into a tangent, but this is important, because I'll get into the other books soon. But because of colonialism, that a lot of the history was erased from our memory and was kept from us. It was withheld from us. It was destroyed and was replaced. They tried to replace it, but the replacement don't fit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that's why who I am. I study and pray to multiple gods and goddesses and deities. So I'm really excited to read the Tao Te Ching. It is not only the most influential classic text of Chinese philosophy, it is also one of the most widely read examples of what can perhaps be described as wisdom literature. And there was actually a page that I read in the store that I was like, it was actually the last page, which is so funny. And this book is beautiful, like the pictures. I'm so excited to read this. I feel like I'm gonna read this, like, it's not gonna take that long for me to finish. 81. True words do not sound beautiful. Beautiful sounding words are not true. Wise men don't need to debate. Men who need to debate are not wise. Wise men are not scholars, and scholars are not wise. The master desires no possessions. Since the things she does are for the people, she has more than she needs. The more she gives to others, the more she has for herself. The Tao of heaven nourishes by not forcing. The Tao of the wise person acts by not competing. Let me use like, the master desires no possessions. Since the things she does are for the people, she has more than she needs. The more she gives to others, the more she has for herself. And this was so for me because I feel like in the realm, those of us who are connected to the realm and communities of quantum physics and manifestation and the universe and affirmations, all this big web that's all connected. Everything's all connected to each other. I finally learned from a few people, even just in these online communities, that the way we've been interacting with money, we've been chasing it. And the money is a byproduct of when we are acting with our God-given abilities and when we are fulfilling our duties and responsibilities as children of the gods who we pray to. God made us so that we can live out our greatest potential. And when we live out our greatest potential, the money is a byproduct of it. The money doesn't come before that. The money comes when we are truly aligned in our soul's purpose. And we are not limited to society's rules. When we allow ourselves to expand and use our greatest capacity, our largest capacity, because our reach can be infinite, literally infinite. Like, you think, like, if y'all are not caught up, if y'all are not on Threads and catching up with all the threads about Michael Jackson, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. And when I'm talking about infinite, like, Michael Jackson died how many years ago? 2 decades ago? His spirit is still living. His spirit is literally
I'm the founder of Mudwater, and a lot of people ask,
so infinite.
what is the difference between Mudwater and all these mushroom coffees out there?
When we use our God-given abilities, the money becomes a byproduct of it, because the universe responds when we are acting with pure intention and pure connection to our God-given source. And because God is infinite and God created us, we are infinite. There is no real limits. Anybody that tries to speak limitations over you, they're not acting in your best interest. They're not speaking. They are cut off from their source, from their connection to God. But that's not you. You have a strong connection to God. And when you have a strong connection to God, the universe, you feel the abundance and you know that you are abundant. It's just the laws of the universe. It's just the laws of the universe. I don't make this shit up. I'm just telling y'all, like, what literally happens in life. Like, that's what's so funny about that. But anyways, let's get into the other books. So The next book I was really drawn to was, well, they're all herbal books, but I'm just so happy I finally have some herbal books. What did I see first? I think I saw this one. Well, technically, I saw this one next, but I didn't pick it up immediately because I was like, but this adaptogens book, a directory of over 40 healing herbs for energy, stress relief, beauty, and overall well-being by Melissa Petito RD. I don't know what RD means. I gotta look that up. But I didn't know that adaptogens are not just in mushrooms. I don't know why I thought that. I think because most of the time when adaptogens are talked about, it's mainly mushrooms that is the star of the show. And oh, what are adaptogens? These intelligent plants are a delicious way to help the body better deal with the higher amounts of stress that are an increasingly common part of everyday life. They adapt to your own body's unique needs, and you can use them to bring any of the following benefits into your life: enhance well-being and calmness, improve stamina and sex drive, weight loss and fewer cravings, less inflammation and better immunity, clear skin, and a sharper mind. See, that's why it's so crazy how these are just at Five Below. These are literally... That's what I really like about Five Below, is that knowledge like this is becoming more accessible. And now, while there can be critiques about I guess like the mass production of like books and like, or how do I say this? More so, because Five Below also has like herbs like Palo Santo and like just like the appropriation of certain significantly cultural practices. I mean that does not discount that things like these exist, and I think Five Below should really focus on pushing more knowledge, like books like that. So, and because it is kind of like a lot of kids like to go to Five Below, like I feel like the accessibility of knowledge like this is so important. It's so important, and it should be affordable. $5? Are you kidding me? These books are good quality. Like, are you serious? It smells good. Like, are you serious? I love it. I love it. But anyways, yeah, they talk about God's mushroom, Himematsutake. Never heard of this God's mushroom. What's another? Cordyceps. I've heard of that. It's a fungus. Oh my god. Do y'all remember? I don't know if y'all ever like had story time when you were in elementary school, but I loved it when my third grade teacher would read us books, because she always had a French tip. Mrs. Penner. Mrs. Penner, if you ever see this video, you were that girl, because you always had the fresh French tip, and she was reading us picture books. I was always looking at her nails. Like, it made reading so much more visually appealing. I'll tell you that. Anyways, the next book that I was really drawn to also is the Herbal Handbook, with recipes, tinctures, teas, balms, and more. And this is actually a collection from the New York Botanical Garden. This one's a little bit thicker. And this one is really pretty too. This is a paper back book, and it has let me show you there's, for example, a herb like dandelion, and they'll give you actually the more like the scientific diagram of the herb, but they don't name the parts, but it is, well, they give you the scientific name too on the corner. And then, oh, excuse me, on the page behind it, it'll tell you a little bit about the herb and then the recipe. So I love this. I love recipe books, and I'm excited to try the things in here because I've been needing to. So part of my journey, one of my life's journey, is to be a herbalist, herbal healer. I mean, it's literally part of my lineage. Like, I come from women who know how to heal with herbs and plants and food, and so it's just one of my life's callings. And it's very telling that I picked up these books because I was like, I also want to enroll in a herbal program. I haven't been able to choose which one yet, but I do want to become certified, or more so just have like my own kind of like recipes, but also learn some recipes that already exist and have proven to work, and that way I have it in my repertoire. I don't know. Anyways, next book is Herbal Medicine, Natural Remedies, 75 Herbal Remedies to Heal Common Ailments by Anne Kennedy. And this book, there aren't as much pictures in here, which, you know, I love my pictures, but they have very good recipes. For example, jock itch. You can use infused garlic oil for jock itch. Or there's a chickweed scrub for keratosis pilaris, which is when the skin produces too much keratin, and it kind of looks like, it makes your skin look like chicken skin. I don't think I had that, but you know, if I know someone that has it, I can now have a recipe for them. It has something for ringworm, rosacea, sore throat, sprain, UTI, warts, like. And then at the last half of the page, they have herbs, which are also listed in the other books. Dandelion, echinacea, and fennel, feverfew, garlic, ginger. And yeah, the last book that I got is actually not a book, but it's a journal. Yeah, I think it is. And also, you know, I love my gold books. But it's just like a plain journal. I needed a new one for like note writing, journaling. And I'm really excited because this is a very pretty one, and it's been a minute since I've had a pretty notebook. I've kind of been writing in like just like a notebook, but it was given to me, so like at some point it meant a lot to me, but now it's like the person who gave it to me, I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, I'm ready for a new one. And this, usually my taste is like this is my taste. So but yeah, that's what I got at Five Below today.